gonna need sometime.
If everybody's ready, we'll go ahead and stand for the pledge. You just lost connection.
Dan,
I
pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Take a roll call.
Sorry. Sorry. That's all right.
I'm glad I just happened to be looking and saw that.
Dan unplugged it.
Dan Pillow.
here.
Mindy Auel. Nixon-Byess.
Here.
Ann Pillow.
Here.
Auel Glick.
Here.
Pam Jackson.
Here.
Dan Dalton.
Yeah, here.
Ray Adamson.
Here.
Whatever.
All right. We're here for a special meeting with agendas on the thing. I'd like to go ahead and start. This is kind of weird since this is a joint meeting. We'll go ahead and start with the ordinance authorizing us to, is it Cliff? Oh, I don't have them in here, whatever. Cliff strive to serve as a water operator. So what I did is I gave them, since this is a joint meeting and they're the water board, first with the water board, would you like, are you good with appointing Cliff as our water operator?
Yes.
Okay. And Dan, if you don't mind, would you like to first approve this? We'll run it through you guys first, the ordinance, or a resolution, it's not ordinance, I know it says ordinance
Yeah,
right there,
I'll
but
change that.
change it to resolution.
That was the last one I typed and I guess I overlooked it, but I'll change it when I get back upstairs. So somebody one of you two want to make a motion to,
I'll make a motion, we accept it.
Second.
Motion by Ray, second by Dan Dalton, right? We call for the vote.
Ray Adamson,
Yeah.
Dan Dalton.
Yay.
All right, now we'll turn it back around to council. Council, what is your pleasure on the resolution for accepting into contract with Cliff Strive to serve as our water operator?
That's a resolution, it is, or
Yeah, it's gonna be a
it'll
resolution.
be a resolution.
Yeah, we're gonna mark out that ordinance. as
Just,
a
I'll
resolution.
change that and everybody will get a copy.
Okay, I'll make a motion that rules be suspended, that ordinance be read 3 times by, said resolution be read by title 3 times only and declared an emergency.
I'll second it.
Motion by Dan Pillow, second by Pam Jackson. Is there any discussion? No discussion, we'll vote.
Dan Pillow,
Yay.
Mindy Auel,
Yay.
Nixon-Byess. Yay. Ann Pillow.
Yay.
Auel Glick.
Yeah.
Pam Jackson.
Yay. All right, first reading is a resolution authorizing the Addyston Board of Public Affairs to enter into a contract with Cliff Strive to serve as a water operator. Second reading, resolution authorizing the Addyston Board of Public Affairs to enter into a contract with Cliff Strive to serve as water operator. And third reading, resolution authorizing the Addyston Board of Public Affairs to enter into a contract with Cliff Strive to serve as water operator.
Make a motion to accept as read.
I'll second
Motion by Auel Glick, second by Pam Jackson. Any discussion? No discussion, we'll vote.
it. Dan Pillow,
Yay.
Mindy Auel,
Yay.
Nixon-Byess. Yay. Ann Pillow.
Yay.
Auel Glick.
Yay.
Pam Jackson. This will be number 10.
Okay, the second one, first I'd like to ask, I would like to appoint Shonda Erdl, I don't know if I'm saying that right, as the water board clerk. What is council's pleasure on that?
I'll make a motion that rules be suspended, that resolution be read 3 times by title only and declared an emergency.
I'll second it.
Motion by Dan Pillow, second by Pam Jackson. Is there any discussion?
She was the first one, right? It was on the first day.
Yeah,
Just trying to put a face with the name.
that, you were right, and that was the one.
Are we
can we make a comment, or is that just open for council right now?
It's a water board
Water
clerk.
board? Well,
I mean, well, it's
that's why I
water
was
board
wondering.
slash our office secretary now.
Oh, she's gonna be doing both? Okay, my only question is, are we gonna be doing, oh God, come on, I'm not stating this right. We're gonna be paying her the same as the previous clerk?
As far as I know, they didn't make anything different. It's just part-time, no benefits.
No benefit, that's
30
what I was
hours a
getting, I
week.
couldn't get that out of my
Yeah.
mouth, sorry.
And that would be it.
Was like 30 hours a week, 6 hours a day, 5 days a week.
Yeah,
Okay.
9 to 3.
Do we establish the hours of operation, or are we?
They
gonna-
already did that.
They already,
Nice to know that.
Well, I mean, it's office clerk too, and it's
She's
basically,
on.
she won't be water board clerk very long.
yeah, but she's
few
on
months.
those, one clerk and,
No problem. Thank you, Mayor.
You're welcome. Is there any further discussion? No discussion, we'll vote.
Dan Pillow,
Yay.
Mindy Auel,
Yay.
Kathy Byess,
Yay.
Ann Pillow,
Yay.
Al Glick,
Yay.
Pam Jackson.
Yay.
First reading. A resolution approving the appointment and compensation for the position of the Addyston Water Board Clerk and declaring an emergency. Second reading, and a resolution approving appointment and compensation for the position of Addyston Water Board Clerk and declaring it emergency. Third reading, a resolution approving appointment and compensation for the position of Addyston Water Board Clerk and declaring an emergency.
I'll make a motion to adopt as read.
I'll second it.
Motion by Pam Jackson, second by Al Glick. Any further discussion? No discussion, we'll vote.
Dan Pillow,
Yay.
Mindy Auel, Kathy Byess, Ann Pillow,
Yay.
Al Glick,
Yay.
Pam Jackson. This will
Yay.
be number 11.
All right, and moving along, we have Daniel Byess, who Don Mercer was the one who gave us the recommendation for our building inspector. So in front of you, we have a resolution appointing Dan Bly as our building inspector. Council, what's your pleasure?
I'll make a motion that rules be suspended and such that resolution be read 3 times by title only and declared an emergency.
I'll second it.
Motion by Dan Pillow, seconded by Pam Jackson. Is there any discussion?
Mayor, did you interview Mr. Bly?
Yes, I did.
Talk to him.
Yeah,
Okay, thank you.
yes, he's the one that, he's worked with like Norwood and places like that as
Mhm.
well.
Great. Thank you.
Dan, this gentleman lives on Fiddler's Green, the bottom of Fiddler's Green, the house that's back.
Mm-hmm.
That's where he lives, and we do have a copy of his certifications and all that he sent, and that was sent to the solicitor for him to look at.
Thank you.
Does he read the drawings and everything? Or he
He's
says
a
about,
plans
like,
examiner, it's,
Mhm.
yes,
I know.
he's qualified for all that.
I know, what's his name, used to send the drawings out.
He worked with Don
Mercer.
Don wasn't certified for the drawings, but this guy was, he was in, like, who he refers stuff to.
Yeah, 'cause I gave Don a set of drawings.
Yeah.
And then it took him
He
2
took
weeks.
it to this guy,
Yeah, then he read the drawings, I'm like, it says it right
so
on
we
there.
got the guy now.
Yeah. Alright, that's a real plus.
All right.
Dan Pillow,
Yay.
Mindy Auel,
Yay.
Kathy Byess, Ann Pillow,
Yay.
Al Glick,
Yay.
Pam Jackson.
Yay.
This will be number 12, I believe.
Okay, and also on the agenda, there was the music in the park, the hiring event and stuff. We took that off of the agenda because we didn't get that together for this one. So on the other one, and the water board is here, on the agenda is to discuss current rates and delinquent accounts and late fee procedures. like right now, it's at 90 days. The latest 2024 is at 90 days for late, when we send out those late notices, and I
Right.
guess, some of council had concern maybe we lower that to 60 days, and so I'll just open up the floor to council and water board right now. What was some of the questions why we wanted the water board here? Just
What is the latest one? What's the
the
latest policy?
2024 that she has is in 90 days.
The one that I sent everybody out that was attached to the email,
Right.
down at the bottom, it says on section 4, after.
Do you guys have a copy of it?
I did send that out to everybody. It was attached because the original establishment of rules was on there, which says it's $15 for every bill that's late.
Right,
And then this says $3, and we need to get it resolved.
Right, so the 2024 is the one that was passed probably because that's when they went from 2,000 gallons to 3,000 gallons, remember that?
right.
So that's when you guys had established the 90 days and the $3 late fees,
That was
For each
March the
month.
11th.
March 11th, yeah.
And I don't think we ever seen that. Council, I don't think we did.
I don't know, I just know their signatures are on it. And there's a number assigned to it. Usually doesn't get one unless you guys pass
I
it.
don't know where that $3 fee came from, but we had a list of, fees for turn off, turn on, things like that.
I think that's still $75. Or if you get shut off, you have to pay $75 to reestablish.
Well, I've got 50 here, but we were still kind of up some grabs on that. We had given a copy of this to, Bob Kelly, but obviously it got lost in the sauce somewhere.
Yeah,
To get a proposed, thing for you guys to sign off on.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I thought we had wanted to raise it.
See, I thought the paper that I had in there said
And,
something along the lines of $75.
I think we
The
had
late
something
notice has it on there.
where we wanted to charge them for the mail out too. So we mailed out a late fee to them, that they had to pay a fee on that. Like $3 every time, because, you know, you figure you gotta buy stamps and all that stuff to mail these out to these people. And then,
Maybe that's where that came in.
we had a shut-off
Yeah,
fee,
that was the mailing fee.
and then the turn-on back-on fee. And it was like, I think it was like $15 after 30 days or whatever, it was added on.
So
to
this
the bill.
$3 was actually probably meant to,
Add on to the 15.
yeah.
Yeah.
So that's probably what you guys meant on that one.
Right. Yeah, because we felt
So that got
if,
messed up
if
then.
you have to send out a 10-day notice, a 3-day notice, and then 24-hour notice, then the people that aren't paying their bill, they should
Yeah,
be.
it's the initial 10 days is your mail out.
Yeah.
The rest are door tags.
But
Well,
it's
still,
just
you
the
had to
ideal
have
that-
that guy to go do it.
Yeah, you have to pay the guy to do it, and you have to have the clerk make all these things up. That's why we wanted to charge them a $3 fee every time we had to send something out to them.
I have to agree with that. It took me a while to get those done today.
Yeah. Yeah. And then you say, I mean, the guy, Tony, he has to hang them, you figure the time and the gas money to drive around to every one of these houses to hang them on there. I feel that they should have to pay for it.
So maybe have some amendment done to the 2024 and get it up to par where you guys want it. Like with you and council, if,
Yeah.
you know, make,
That would
because they
bring,
got the $3 on there, but I think that,
that would bring it up to $18.
Actually, what
or
you
make
need
it
to do
$18
is,
fee.
since MSD has sent out the new rates, this has gotta be amended to reflect their rates on here
Right,
for your collection of them. And at that time, you could make all those adjustments. And the board, if they prove it, then it comes to council for council to concur on.
right.
And then I sign the number for the ordinance for
Right.
the resolution. So that
Because
I
I know
have
that
it
we had-
in order.
I thought that Dan had sent something to Bob Kelly about doing an ordinance on this stuff. And I guess it never got taken care of, because I think the shut-off fee was like $50, and we wanted to raise it 75. And then if we had to take the meter out because the people kept turning the water back on, and we charged them $125, because when they paid their bill to pay it, then you had the guy had to go physically put the meter back in because they had tampered with the meter, which
Is,
somebody did, and nothing was ever done.
What we had on that, sorry,
Right,
and there-
what we had on that, if the
there's a-
owner
there's a charge.
or renter illegally turns the water back on after a non-payment shut-off, is $100, $150 fine. Okay, if the owner, renter illegally turns the water back on and screws up the meter, that's $150 plus the cost of a new meter. And finally, if the owner, renter illegally runs a line from a neighbor's residence, that's $150 each for the person they're getting the water from and them for doing it. What else we had? We had a turn-on fee for $50, and I think that needed to be up. We weren't quite sure about what to do on the turn-off fee. We had $250 for a new service, and I think we need to redo that because it's not gonna be near enough
right.
if we have to start tearing up streets and whatnot.
Yeah, I think if I'm not mistaken, I think Cleves charges between $1,300 and $1,500 to put in a new service, is what they charge now. Because this was probably way back when or whatever.
Right,
Yeah.
yeah.
Is that the
Lot
same
of
as the
needs
tap
updated.
fee?
Yeah, more or less.
Yeah, there is a tap fee for all the emergency representatives.
Okay.
Yeah, those.
Because, then you have to dig the ground up and everything.
Sure. What about
I
the
thought our
tap?
tap fees were like 4,000.
And-
Well,
I've got
there's a
8,000.
there is a.
Well,
I've got 8,000, that's the reason
There's
I'm wanting to
a
kind of
separate
say.
application for
Well,
Maybe
tap
that's,
stuff.
well,
New
and,
service.
maybe that's why nobody's doing it.
I told you
the way
my
he
thoughts
just
on that
said that.
before,
They're not
that
doing
it was part of the village deal. But I
Right,
don't think it should be a fee for the village itself.
yeah,
That was my personal opinion.
and I certainly appreciate
Yeah.
that opinion.
Yeah,
I agree with
and I think we did vote on that at one time, not to charge the village tap fee.
Oh, okay, I wasn't aware of
Yeah, I
that.
think they voted on that.
Yeah, we did vote on, I think both of you here that
Oh, okay.
we voted on that too,
Mhm.
and being that, it's part of the village,
Sure,
we felt that the village shouldn't have to pay for a tap fee,
Yeah.
being we're the same, more or less entity in a sense.
very
Because
good.
that came about when we were putting water to the park.
Yeah.
Mhm.
There is an application on file in the water board office, and there has been for a few years, that there is, when somebody wants to start a new service or they wanna tap into it, there is an application form and it specifies the size of the pipe and the cost and all that.
Right.
And I do believe that your former water board clerk might have updated that
Okay,
when she was here, and I thought you guys, she brought it to your meeting, I could be wrong, but,
right,
because she had asked me about it, and the application was there.
yeah, okay, was it, all right, yeah.
So what is the new tap fee?
I forget what it was, because we voted on it all,
Huh?
but I can't
Yeah, but I
remember
think
what
I
it is
may have
offhand.
it.
But
If
I
not,
think what we was
find
talking
it.
about, the fee, on like is if we have to, somebody has a meter, we turn the water off. That's
Yeah.
what we was talking about. And then they turn it back on.
Understand that.
So then we have to take the meter completely out.
I understand that, but
And
we're
then-
talking
but-
about like new service.
Oh, new service?
Talk about new service.
Oh, yeah, I don't know what, yeah, we had something in, like Margaret said, it's in there, but, and each, the tap fee is, I guess, for whatever the size the meter is,
Mhm.
but, and so we was going by what Cleves was, and we kinda went by their,
Okay,
our deal, but like I said, as far as, we had voted on, as far as pay for the village itself to do the tap fee over there.
Yeah.
We voted to waive that because it was part of the village.
Sure, yeah, I appreciate
Yeah.
that, but I just, whenever you find that out.
Yeah.
But, if, you know, people
Because-
ask me about
Right,
building a
because
house, what is
I
happening?
know that, because a lot of it has to do with, you know, the cost of the meter and to dig it up and to do a tap in there. Cause you figure if we have a water main break, yeah, it's $5,000-6,000 there
Mhm.
for them to fix the break. So then you figure the meter and to dig it up, to tie it all in, so
Yeah.
it's probably between, with the meter and that, it might be $5,000-6,000 too.
Okay.
Cause
Yeah,
I think the
that-
guy on First
Yeah.
Street, I think it was, his was, when he wanted to change his meter, I think it was like $6,000 to $8,000.
Yeah.
Remember the
well,
guy on the First Street?
And the thing of it is, our maintenance people can only do it to a certain point, and then we do have to call in a licensed plumber.
The licensed
So,
plumber to
yeah,
do it.
so that does, you know,
It has to be certified, so it's gonna be roughly, probably, you know,
Yeah.
probably around $8,000.
if
Yeah,
I
so-
remember
yeah,
right,
so
the
that's
old
where-
one was 7,100,
Yeah.
so it probably is
Yeah.
8,000.
Yeah,
So that lets me know very clearly where we were at 8,000 at one time.
right,
Yes.
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
But if the mayor can't find it in that office, I think I may have
I'm
a
sure I
copy
can
in my,
find it,
in
yeah.
my computer that, you know, she
Yeah.
shared with me.
but yeah, we wanted to,
We
it
just
was
send
one of
it
the
out
things, we wanted to
everybody.
charge people for turning their water off,
Mhm.
turning it back on, and if they mess with the meter, then we had to take it out, then that's a bigger cost, like maybe like $150
Right.
Mhm.
compared to 75, because now they gotta get down in the hole and redo everything.
Right,
So that's why we,
Right.
want to up that.
okay,
Um,
very good, thank you.
So what about the time limit? We can get that squared away too, instead of 90
I'd
days,
always thought it
60
should be
days.
shorter,
Yeah.
and I brought that up many a times,
Well, I mean, you guys can make that motion first.
yeah.
Well, the bad
We can
part,
concur.
we're not gonna get all this money back in by the time
Yeah.
we're gonna be done with the water, you know what I mean? With the water department, that's what I worry about, cause in there we are stuck and no way
Oh,
to
we
get it
won't be
back.
stuck. It's real
I
simple.
mean,
Yeah.
If we switch over to Cleves, we can go and notice they shut the water off until they pay Addiston's debt, period. They don't get the water turned back on until they pay it. See how
And
easy
I
that
know
was?
Yeah, because their debt, I mean, some of them's $400 or $500,
Yeah,
and they just pay enough to keep it on,
that's what I say.
and
I
then
always,
Yeah, well,
that
we
just
got,
keeps going
we
and
got
going.
snookered on a couple of those too. There was one where, the person went into bankruptcy and we couldn't turn the water off.
Yeah, we still can't.
right,
That's
And
that's
a
not
whole
true.
Yeah, that's a different story, I think, with that one, because when
Me and
you,
Margaret were discussing that one today. and,
I actually have,
she
I
gave
actually
me the
have
legal
proof from
papers
Bob
for it.
Kelly. When Lisa Walker, when I got that, because it comes to me for the village of Addyston, I took it to her and gave her a copy, then I sent it to Bob Kelly. Bob Kelly responded that they have to have a new service, you know, we start them a new bill,
uh-huh,
you know, for that location. And the other bill that they owe us is in bankruptcy until bankruptcy settles their account or whatever.
uh-huh,
But it's not adding on to the bill they got, it's a new service that they have to keep current.
okay.
But I found
So
the
in other
letter and
words-
everything and showed Lisa that,
Right.
you know.
We were actually working on that today, so
So
what I'm
more or
gonna
less-
do is I'm probably gonna,
So whatever they owe in arrears,
basically,
you can't touch.
yeah, so basically what I'm gonna
Up
do
to
is
the
put
bankruptcy.
that
That's what I mean,
account
yeah.
in inactive, and then take their information, start a new account, and they're gonna have to pay that or they get it shut off.
Yeah.
So that's a way to stop that from accruing and keep
Right.
building up,
Yeah, cause he was trying to pay someone and wasn't,
he did.
Yeah.
He tried to come and pay, cause I told him, I said, it doesn't go away.
right,
You know, this is a utility cost.
yeah,
So I'm gonna work on that actually tomorrow, cause she gave me the legal papers today. And
right,
I said, well, what I'll do is then, and we'll throw that in inactive and put a new account in their name and start enforcing it.
but I honestly think that the most it should be is 60 days instead of 90 days.
Well, this piece of paper I'm reading from is when the board went through and they set up all the rules. And yes, I know it's older,
Yeah.
but, you know, it says in here that disconnects and late charges. All water bills shall be paid within 20 days of the date of the mailing. Any owner of real property failing to pay a water bill within 60 days of the date of the mailing shall be charged the late fee of $15 for every month or portion thereof that remains unpaid.
Right,
And that was, like I said, I know it was 2004.
right.
But if this is the ordinance and nothing's been amended since then, this is what we really should be following.
Yeah, anyway. And so I don't know if they've been charging them late fees or not. I honestly don't know.
That's
Nope.
my question. Yeah.
No, the mayor sort of
Nah,
went back and
and
I've been
looked.
going through it.
Yeah,
And this bankruptcy.
Well,
is
and
it-
plus I had to also understand how the late fees work in this system. It's not
Right.
just straight
You're right.
cut simple.
yeah,
So I've been doing a little bit of extra training on it.
Right.
I called the UB Max people and said, hey, look, you know, the water board clerk got me so far, but I need more.
right.
You know, because like, for instance, the deposit report, she wasn't doing that at all. She never did it. She told me she wasn't trained on it. Because I took deposits, so I'm thinking, well, what do I do with these
She brought it-
deposits?
she
So
brought
I
it to
figured
me.
it out, so I said, all right, Margaret, here's how I'm gonna do it. I printed the deposit report along with the deposit slips and handed it to her in a report that way because it does not show up on payment reports. So
But
I've been
when-
trying to, get this all figured out and
But, yeah,
that's how we're gonna do
when we
it
have a
moving forward.
deposit for like a new account, I have a line item that's actually budgeted in the
Right,
system that
'cause it's
shows
cash
for new
deposits.
accounts. Because when I'm asked by like the state of Ohio for the water stuff,
It's much easier to
I
keep it separate
I can
like
show
that.
them that, well, we had 3 new customers and they did pay a deposit of $50 each.
And she can just say, here you go, it's a deposit
know.
report.
Now,
Where we wasn't getting that before, it was just figured in with the collections.
And it shouldn't have been
just,
with the collection.
and I don't know, is there a way that, if they are late, where the fee can automatically go in instead of?
Well, it doesn't allow me to really do that automatically because
Right.
it says what can happen is you have to have a due date, and if it ends up on a weekend or a holiday or something, it requires you to go into the accounts manually.
Right,
But that's no big deal.
Right.
You just pump in the late fee and there you go, it's on
Right.
there.
Yeah,
And they'll
I
get that
always
notice
thought
on
that,
their bill, I think.
there should have been a late fee and a fee for, if you had to send out the notices. I think there's,
Well, the
Yeah.
original bill, so I'm also looking into the original bill. Like when you get your bill, how it says in there, if you pay by X date,
yeah,
there's no fee, but if you pay by this X date, there's a fee.
right,
I need to
should
go
be
in there and
printed on
see.
there.
Yeah, so, okay,
Yes.
I'm still trying to figure that part out, so just give me,
yeah, well,
but
yeah.
we'll
I-
still deal with the 60 days and over. We can go ahead and I can go ahead and start adding fees if everybody concurs on that one.
Yeah,
Yeah, but at least when people see their bill eventually,
Oh,
they're
they'll
gonna
see the
know.
late
There's
fee
gonna be
being
no,
added,
no
yes.
question.
Right.
Or if there's not a late fee, if it can be programmed where it says what the bill is, what the usage is and that, and then have a field on there
Yeah.
for late fee, maybe people will realize that if I don't pay it on time, I'm gonna be charged.
That's kind
a
of
late
what I was
fee.
talking about,
Right.
because
You
at
know.
the top it says it's due by date, if not, it's this amount, so that should show the late fee.
Well, I hate to refer to the Village of Cleves, but I have one of their bills that Eric gave me before he retired, and they have a breakdown on theirs of everything.
yeah,
They even charge a fee for the fire hydrant service, for the repairs of that. I mean, there is like 10 things on there, and it just says what it is.
I think on theirs, like if you're like 5 or 10 days late on your bill,
It's
they charge
5.
you a 10% fee.
Well, I spoke
Of
to
whatever your bill
Justin
is.
today, Leighton, I want to get him. Justin, and I asked him if he could send me a copy of their policy, and he said he was in a meeting, but he would get it to me when as soon
Right.
as he could. And he said how they do it is that they have, like, sort of like what we do, they have 20 days to pay that bill from the day they receive it. And then if it's not paid, he says it's a 10% 5-day grace period that they give them.
Yeah.
Say like if they send the bill out on March 1st, they have until the 30th to pay it. And if they don't pay it by the 30th of March, he said, then they give them 5 days grace. And he says, and if that 5-day grace, then that's when they tack on the 10% and they get a door knocker notice telling them, hey, you owe the money.
Yeah.
And then he says from there they go to like another 10 days and then they raise the 15%, but he said that that's all spelled out in the body of their
Right.
policy for the water collection. And he said he would see that, I got a copy to share with you guys and with council.
Right.
But yeah,
Yeah, so.
Because
whether you
something
got
like that,
percentage
I
or
think
not.
that we should have kind of adopt,
Yeah.
because sooner or later they're gonna, it may as well be used to it now, because
That was
Yeah.
my thoughts.
in 2 or 3 months, they're gonna have to live with it.
Right, I think we
Now,
should get.
may I ask you another
the clean
question?
stuff. And
Does Cleese bill every month or every 3 months?
well, I think they bill their customers every 3 months.
Uh-huh.
And I can't remember what was in the contract off the top of my head.
Right,
But, as far as the collection on that, with us only getting 17% of the water money back, I know for like the last, say February, what we would have got back from them from water
right,
would have been $3,009. And that's not very much money for 1 month,
right,
for return to the village.
right.
So it'll have to be looked at, and I'm going to assume that, I shouldn't assume anything. I mean, I don't really know how. I'd have to really read the contract and see how they say they was gonna,
I
How they
know
were
that-
gonna do the
I
billing.
talked to a few people and they was asking me whether it was gonna be every month or every 3 months.
well,
And
I
one guy
pray
said,
they stay
I
with the.
prefer it to be every month.
Yeah, I was gonna say me too, because if they go to 3 months, I think it's gonna be a nightmare for,
Yeah,
gonna be a lot of people get turned down,
yeah,
turned off.
If
Yeah.
they
It's
have
hard enough
monthly
to collect
anyway.
now for monthly, but
right.
it's gonna be
'cause
worse.
Well,
for
if you're
3
always
months.
on time, pay 'em monthly anyway.
I think like some elder people that,
Yeah,
Income.
they get their social security check and then they got it budgeted in and they might say, well, I got extra money, and then 3 months later, they get a bill and they say,
Well, they could still,
That's why you need to be
they
good
could
at
probably
budgeting.
still pay it monthly, just if you're on,
Yeah.
in that habit.
right,
But how are we gonna resolve all these things that are late right now? I mean, if we've not been following what should have been,
yeah.
and we're running out of time, I mean, how are we gonna address
Well,
that? We're
I
gonna
just
hit
sent
'em?
out,
That's what she just.
our next list should look pretty much smaller. Yeah, cause I actually took extra time on this one.
Not blaming you.
But I'm just saying, you're asking how to get what we have resolved,
Right.
so this is what I was doing, like today. I didn't just send them a tag, I sent them a tag with their dollar amounts on there and the minimum amount to avoid payoff. No, oh, can I just give you 50 this week? No, it's
Right.
not.
Yeah, cause these people are never getting
So
below the 60
it's
days.
gonna get
Right.
busy here
It's
this
just a
next
vicious,
week. On the rest of
ongoing
this week, it's
circle.
gonna be pretty busy. in
I
the
know
water.
that,
What about the house down here on Main Street with that illegal tap? Has that been taken care of?
Can't find it.
not that I know
Are they getting a bill now, at least?
I can, I just need to know.
They should be getting a bill regardless.
of. Oh, yeah.
Are they using water? Are they
Yeah.
actually using
Somebody
water?
moved in there.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, somebody moved in there.
Tony then went down there and, cause the meter is out of the house, out. Tony took the whole meter out, and they went up there, him and the, code enforcement officer or whatever, they went in and, yeah, I got water.
Yeah.
So my thing
I
is
haven't- I
that
haven't been paying it for 8 years, but,
shouldn't they have a bill that the owner of that property needs to pay in order to have water turned on? It goes with the property, not with the person.
well, that's, she's the one that,
I'm gonna give them a
She's
call
the
and
one
say,
that owned
"You're
it."
Receiving the water bill, you don't pay
Well,
them.
who owns it
We'll
now?
find a way to cut
That's
it.
what I'm asking.
that's,
Somebody else bought it.
you're right,
Curtis's.
I don't know if it's in,
Who did it?
It's in the Curtis, isn't it?
Yeah,
Is it in the
It's
Curtis
the
name?
dad or the son, one of the
so
two.
that bill goes
I
to
seen her going in there.
the new owner,
Yeah,
not the person previous, cause it goes with the building, right?
that's what it's supposed
But
to be.
she's been living there ever since.
Well, they shouldn't have any water until that bill's paid off.
Yeah. But
Here's the thing that's gonna be interesting, so
it's,
I'm gonna have to go in the system and add that house, cause it's not even in our system.
yeah.
So they've been getting free water all this time when everybody else has
That's
had to pay
alright.
for it.
It
How
was
do you-
never added into the system to
How do you
build.
not,
I think it was
Charge
added,
somebody.
but it
Yeah.
was never built.
What
No, it
happened,
wasn't added.
It wasn't
You can
added.
search it, it's
If-
not there.
Well, in the old system, I
It
know it
was.
was
That
in
one
quick
was,
water.
right, UB
It's,
Maxon is
uh,
not.
Yeah.
what it was is, them would send bills, she never picked up the bills.
well, in 60 days, you cut them off.
Yeah.
Well, if you.
Good luck
Or
finding
90,
that
or 90.
water.
But
Dig it up.
if you got the whole meter out,
Start
Yeah,
chopping.
you just have to start digging.
yeah.
There has to be a line
Yeah, that's
going
what I said.
Well, the former solicitor, Robert Kelly,
Taylor Yard.
told the water board, I
To
think
dig
you
it
and he
up.
talked the day of swearing
Yeah.
in. And I think he did tell you that you could go on the property and you could look for
Right.
the water, cause the village owns the
Yeah.
water.
Cause I don't know if they use,
Didn't Mike know?
plastic pipe or whatever, because they can't pick it up on the detector.
Didn't Mike and them go down there and dig that up?
Huh?
They've
Didn't
got
Mike
some
Clark
holes
dig
dug
that
I
up?
thought they did. I don't know.
They just dug a few holes by hand, that was it.
So
I
how-
told them that,
So how many years have they been getting free water down there?
I thought
8
they found
years.
the line.
Into that.
probably
That
8 years.
goes way back, I have no idea.
Unbelievable.
Actually,
That
you
goes
know, there
way, way
was,
back.
there was
But they
water
want me
that
to pay
went
my
to the
water.
hair salon.
Yeah,
And it
You know what I
Because
mean?
the hair salon
They're
is
getting free
what
water
everybody
for how many
refers to
years?
as the garage that was
Yeah.
there. So that had a
Yeah.
separate
Right.
thing going to it other than the house.
right.
So I need to pay mine.
But see, I don't know if they had, a separate line going for
I mean,
the,
that-
for the
Well-
basement, because it's considered it was a two-family house.
We get overages.
I believe that
People that pay.
the mayor, I can help the mayor, we think we can locate who the proper owner is
Yeah.
on the county auditor's website. And not only that, through talking to the code enforcer, we ought to be able to narrow it down with some more information to get the matter resolved.
I heard that,
No matter what, if you buy a building.
she
you
had,
take it down.
found her apartment,
Yep.
she's gonna be moving to Indiana. Cause that's why they're not doing any more work on the house.
Didn't somebody else move in there too?
Oh, yeah,
The guys from
There's
down
some
the
people.
street from me.
yeah, yeah, he moved in there, but,
How's that?
I heard that,
Yeah, how is that?
I heard she got an apartment and she's gonna be moving at the end of the month,
Was that
out
house
in
even,
But-
by our
Indiana.
But how
building
could-
inspector, was that house even inspected to allow somebody
Well,
to move
it,
back
it
into
was
that
condemned,
house?
she never left.
Well, I'm talking about the new people that moved in,
Oh, the guy?
the guy.
Yeah. Well,
Well, the house should have been inspected before somebody could move into that house.
Cause someone said the signs were taken down when they did repairs to it.
Yeah.
And it was taken down and people
Well-
have been in it from the time they said they weren't in it.
Yeah.
yeah,
I don't
she never
understand
left.
that.
And not just him, there's been other people
Right.
lived in it.
Oh, I know.
Yeah, there's people who's lived
So
down
anyway,
there.
about the water,
Yeah.
that's not water related.
Right,
Well,
right.
It's not part of the agenda.
So Tony said that if he could
there's 3 years
get
of
into
water.
the basement and
Something
maybe
happens
hook
in
up
water.
to the water line with the system, he might be able to trace it back out to the street. But,
Maybe they can do a dye thing.
yeah. So, I don't know, like I said, I mean, it's not so much, it's just, it's been over 8 years, I think it is.
At
I
what,
think
70
the-
something
the
dollars?
last-
They concur on the 60 days.
I think last, Lisa looked up where she left. it was
I
over-
really
It
wanted
was
to
over
talk
$8,000,
about the
wasn't
60
it?
days.
Should have been more than that.
Yeah, it was over
Can
$8,000.
we get to the 60 days possibly?
We
Like,
need a motion, who needs to do
whole
it first?
thing-
You need a
Like-
motion to go back to the
do you wanna
original,
go back to,
the
or
original
just go
ordinance.
back to the original order, but you're gonna still have to update that because you guys changed to the 3,000 gallons.
Right.
Right. So is that the recommendation from the board?
That'd be fine, because, well, you got two months
Well, in
left
order
or
for me to
whatever.
throw those fees on at the 60 days, then I need to know. Because you got 90 days on that 2024, we have 60 days on this one. go by
Yes.
that one, that's fine, we'll do that.
Yeah,
But we just have to update the amount of gallons.
yeah, and then
Well,
the
Lisa
fif-
Do you want them to first make a motion on
the,
it?
there's a $15 late fee.
With a $15 late fee and a $3 fee for like, I don't know what you wanna call it, there's mailing administrative fee.
Administrative.
Administrative costs.
Yeah, so $18 total. You gonna make we're gonna do water board first?
Yeah.
Okay, we're gonna do water board first.
I make a motion to accept that,
Second.
what you just, with changing everything with,
Sticking kinda with the old one, just making sure it's 60 days.
in 60 days.
$15 late fee and a $3 administrative fee as well, tacked on with that late fee, so $18.
Okay, so I'm calling for the vote for you two.
Right.
For Ray,
Yeah,
Dan,
Yeah.
now we need council to concur on that.
I'll make a motion to concur in the, contract, or
The
the
60
ordinance, 60 days.
Everything we just mentioned.
I'll second it.
Motion by Al Glick, second by Pam Jackson. Is there any further discussion among council? No discussion, we'll vote.
Dan Pillow,
Yay.
Mindy Auel,
Yay.
Kathy Byess,
Yay.
Ann Pillow,
Yay.
Al Glick,
Yay.
Pam Jackson.
Yay.
Okay, that squared up a lot of the concerns I think you guys had, didn't it?
you know,
The
one
late
thing,
fees and all that stuff.
I think, next month your list is gonna be a lot longer. Cause
Yeah.
the people that are in the 90 days. are-
Maybe my shut-offs go into the 60-day this month.
Oh, did it?
Oh, yeah,
Okay,
I'm asking for that too,
okay.
because I was preparing. I figured we're having this meeting.
Yeah, yeah.
Let's cut this back as much as
Yeah.
possible.
So back to the person that was, had the bankruptcy thing. I'm assuming that's the one that's got the biggest amount that's on that list that we're
Yes,
seeing.
that's the biggest one.
How can when was this? There's no way that amount could be a normal year. Could be a year, can't be 60 days, 90 days. This
Well,
is
when I looked
years.
She's been in bankruptcy for 2 years,
You
wasn't it?
can't be.
When I looked it up,
long.
what I received was, it was in August of 2024. And as soon as I received it, it went to the
Yeah, so
solicitor,
that would
Bob
be that
Kelly.
much.
That's the,
Because
but there's
that's,
no way.
you know, and then it was passed on that, you know, the email, and I have proof that I did it with the email, that what Bob Kelly said was, start a new account, and then in big bold letters, he says, you cannot do this because it's in bankruptcy.
Can't do what?
Go back and pester them for the other money.
Oh, no, I understand that.
But we're
But
just
what I'm
wondering how that
saying
bill
is that
got
I-
to $1,500.
No, it wouldn't be that. It's just
No.
because it's never been paid since then. Now
What
that
it
we're
says, it was
understanding
$424 and some odd cents.
So
is
this
Yeah.
has been
on
added
it.
on to that bill?
2 years.
Yeah, so
Wow.
I understand up to the point where we
So
were
they're still
notified.
gonna owe that, but we have to cut it there. That's what we were talking about today.
Whenever
Try
they
to
file
remedy that.
bankruptcy on it, you have to cut that amount and then charge
And
them
then start
from
with a
there.
new account, correct?
So I guess you'd have to send him like a 30-day notice or whatever and say,
They need to get the
hey,
solicitor.
whatever you
Yeah.
have to do.
Yeah, we'll probably have the solicitor
We'll
involved
probably
when
get
we
the
do that.
solicitor involved and
Yeah.
let him look at everything and let,
Right.
he's the authority on how things should be and have him.
Now, I
you
would
know.
say that is an unusual case,
Because
because that
that-
is
that's-
actually our fault as a village for not having,
Mhm.
keeping up from that date on.
Yeah, because the
So
only
that
thing
person
that we
probably
was
get
told
allowed additional
That
is
should've
time.
been a new
we wasn't
bill
allowed
from
to do
that date
anything
on.
because he was in
Right.
bankruptcy court.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it
That's
handed
what
to me
we
when
was
it was
told.
already 1,700.
Well, that's not
Yeah.
what the email says and that's not what your clerk received. So,
Yeah, so
Dan,
that's,
did you have something?
Yeah,
I don't
while,
understand
while
the
we're talking about the
miscommunication.
delinquencies, I think that's what I'm looking at, is it? With all the names of the people on it.
Yeah, that's it.
There is a delinquency for, I guess it's the city of Cincinnati.
That's been paid.
It's been paid.
It's probably the
Okay.
house.
Yeah.
Yeah,
What
Is that
kind of business
Metropolitan
do
House?
we do with them?
That's not us, that's they're probably the housing. They own Cincinnati, certain, whatever it is.
Okay.
They own,
The apartment
we,
building.
no, it's not that apartment we thought, that's
Oh,
the
really?
hub.
No, that's
Like
fine.
Metro-
I
But
just
the
wanted-
one next to it is owned by that Cincinnati business
Housing
or whatever
Authority?
that is.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank
It's
you.
the condos.
Mhm.
Wow.
but they paid up.
Great.
Well, yeah, once every tenant in there got a door knocker, imagine they were calling their landlord,
Mm-hmm.
so they paid
But I
that
think
up.
was that the one where just one of them was missing the payment?
I don't know, but either way,
Yeah. I know one of them wasn't paying, and I think their meters are down in the basement.
oh, no,
Yeah.
this is different, you're talking about the ones at East Main on this side,
Right.
yeah. I know which one you're talking about now, yeah.
Where's that at for the water?
Is it still in the basement, the meter?
I think in the ones down in, down on East Main, I think the meters are in the basement. I think there is a main meter, and then, from my understanding, they each got separate bills, but they couldn't get to the shut-offs, so the only way they could do it is if one of them didn't pay, the other two did. It's kinda hard to shut it off, cause they only have one shut-off point out front.
Do we have a clause in there for that? That would cover us for something like that? We should have. To be able
I
to
didn't know
access
that
that
kind
building.
of get up existed.
Yeah, that's
until-
old school that,
Until
I
that
thought they made everybody
shut-off
move them
come
outside,
along.
but we still have somebody not, I
I
assume.
think there's one up on, Second Street, the one house is still in the basement.
Oh, that should be.
Where the Egglestons used to live at, Charlie Eggleston.
Mm-hmm.
But I think there's a point where you can read the meter from outside.
But you can't shut it out, off.
Well,
you had to.
yeah, that's true there. And then,
It would be interesting when the new meters are put in because they're radioactive
and then I know the one that
It
Bill
doesn't matter
Souders
if
will
it's
have to
out.
have.
They won't
Yeah, we will have to
get
put a
in
meter in
shutting
there,
it
he doesn't have.
Oh,
it.
no, they won't.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
He's always paid the bill. Where the shut off
No.
is
Or
out the
turn them
road,
on.
Right,
and it's like 6 foot deep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
that
So
changes that.
it'd be kinda hard to
Yeah.
put a meter out there, so probably had to put something in his yard, dig up and put something in his yard. Because, it's on the other side where the old parking lot is,
So that's why I
it's
wish
out
that
there.
same day
Mhm.
thing.
And I guess it runs underneath that parking lot
Okay.
down into there, so it's, but it's like 6 foot
Yeah.
in the ground, so it's
That's
something we have to,
Oh, yeah.
just put a meter in his yard. He said, hey, put me a meter in, I don't care.
Well, we got a meeting on this thing, so.
I
So,
just,
concur.
yeah, I just think
So we
since
should
we're all
be
here
fine
together,
to do
if,
it then.
to not get the information from Cleve so we can start putting that into effect, to get the people ready to know what's gonna be expected.
I agree with you.
Yeah,
I said
because,
that, so when it first started talking about going to Cleve, I said, maybe we ought to adopt what they have, so that when they do take over, the people will at least be ready for
We can
it.
just make it in thing
Well,
and do it this month between
Like
the
I
two
said, I
bodies.
spoke to Justin today and he told me that he would send it to me. I just didn't
Yeah.
receive it before I left and I
Right.
checked when I come in. It'll
Yeah.
probably be tomorrow. Then I can get it out to everyone.
so
for
if
them
that's
to
what
look
they
at.
agree on, then maybe
Yeah.
we can go, on our next
Yeah.
meeting, once we actually see it.
Yeah, if you get it,
Yeah,
whatever.
that's what I was saying.
We
At
could always-
least I have
We
something
could
now.
always call a special meeting,
Yeah,
all together and vote on it and
Yeah.
use vote on it and get it done right away.
So if we
you know?
adopt what Cleve's doing, are we going to every 3 months billing then, so people can be ready for it?
Probably need to ask them that. They
We have to
may-
see what their rules say.
Yeah, what their rules say, to see whether if they're willing to abide by the month deal, or,
Yeah.
and if
That's
they
a
say no, say, well, can the people
Pay
that wanna
monthly?
pay monthly, can they still pay monthly?
And I did propose that to Justin. I
Yeah.
don't remember, so I don't wanna say exactly
Right.
what was said, cause I don't really remember whether he said he'd work with us on that or
Yeah.
not. It's definitely something to touch on him again,
But
but he
yeah,
didn't
if
seem
you
like he
say
I
they
don't
was
say-
really think they're gonna
against
turn
the
any
idea
money
of doing
away.
it, right.
Yeah.
I
So,
mean, cause any bill, you can always pay more than you owe if you want
Yeah.
to.
That's kinda what I was saying, pay it monthly anyway, you'll always be caught up.
Right.
Yeah.
I gotta pay all mine every month anyway, not I'll be way behind.
Now, is there a base gallonage? Cause I couldn't find anything in that contract about it.
It's 3,000 in that 24 when you guys.
no, with
With
Cleve.
Cleve's.
Oh, I think theirs is also 3.
Yeah,
I'll double check though.
yeah, that's
I don't
what,
wanna say for sure
But I think
because I'm
when they
not.
first start out, it's gonna, I think they're billing the village a bulk rate, aren't they?
Yeah.
Us, what the residents don't pay, the village is gonna get a bulk billing. That's why I'm saying I'm praying that whatever they collect monthly, and they're only giving us 17%, I'm praying that we're gonna get enough to pay for the bulk
Right.
fee that they're gonna charge us.
In other
Because we're not
words,
getting anything
if-
for sewer because we
And the
don't do
leaks and
anything with
things that's going
sewer.
on too
Right.
in the village.
So anyway, my thoughts on that.
She's thinking too hard.
Well, they're supposed to be installing the meters and start reading so we can get an idea before we actually do this. And if, you know, it's more feasible to keep our billing in-house,
Oh, Lord.
we're paying for bulk water. And if we're gonna pay for the repairs and stuff, you might as well keep billing in-house, but possibly.
Yeah, but I thought that the money that we was getting back was gonna be because we're gonna be responsible for
For the-
maintaining the lines.
Exactly, so we would get it all back if we maintain billing.
What you're
But it's
saying
gonna go
is,
back out.
what you're saying is we just keep
Yeah.
billing
Well,
individuals and then pay them the bulk
billing
rate
person,
so
but not
that
the maintenance.
you would get more money
Yes. I don't know.
until they
it's
took
just,
over. I understand what you're saying. While we're buying bulk water, why shouldn't we be billing the people and getting the money and paying the bulk bill?
pricing.
Right,
But however, see, they're, like Margaret just said, then you're at the addition of the employees and everything else that comes along with it,
Yeah.
that you're paying out.
right,
And that's one of the reasons why it was written the way it was written,
Right.
to cover said employee. So either we pay that for employee, or they pay it for the employee. So it's not like they're just getting like, oh, look here, we're paying $4 a gallon, we're making a killing. No,
Right.
you're paying for everything else to keep up with that.
right.
Yeah.
Well, and not
We'll
only
have to
that,
redo
with
the budget
with it
again.
being their employee, we're not, this village is not gonna have the responsibility of all the stuff that goes with it. With the PRS, you know, with the
They are
workers'
saving a
comp,
ton on
with
that
the
one.
Medicare,
Yeah.
with the unemployment, you know, all that stuff, we're not gonna have that. That's gonna all be on Cleese, cause they're an Cleese employee.
Right.
Yep.
When their water shuts off, them coming here and confronting who's ever in there. Yeah.
I don't know what else that you can, I mean, like I said, this has to be looked at, and then anything that was amended, like you guys have done, we'll need to see if we can locate that so that it can all be updated in one
Right,
ordinance
Right.
that covers everything.
It covers it all.
yeah, it covers everything.
Cause the fees are way too low.
Well, $15, is that,
And like,
Like if you base it on Cleese's.
$15 for a problem.
yeah,
they
you can
created
do
themselves.
percentages. I
Yeah.
mean, either way you guys wanna do that. If you wanna do the 10%, I mean,
well,
You
ten
just have
percent
to
is $70.
Yeah.
It's
That's
$7.
yeah.
So be half of what you, yeah.
I just keep the
So-
15.
You look at that. So,
That'll
This
encourage
way
you.
It's
you're,
all,
uh,
it's
you're
really
making-
all
Pay it
on
on time.
charter.
you're making $8 more.
Just make it.
It's not about
You do
making
10%.
them,
Just
you
keep
know,
it.
Bill
trying to make money,
$70.
it's just to get
They've
it.
already
Get
passed
$7.
a motion.
You put
Yeah, you guys already did that. You already
You
took
get
care of
double
that.
money, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I still-
Yeah, it's not about making money off of it, it's just trying to get people to do what they should be doing.
Well, if we're finished with the water part of things and getting all that taken care of and squared away, thank you guys so much for being
Thank
here.
you.
No problem.
No problem.
Because that made it really nice to just, here we go, all at once.
And like I said, if you get something from Cleves and it's something you wanna adopt or whatever, if you wanna have another special meeting to kind of,
Well, we have a council meeting on the 6th and you guys got one right the week after, so that'll give us time to get it to you guys for the
right,
second Monday meeting, and then to look it over and things, and then if you concur on it, then bring it back to these guys.
So are we
and
gonna
like
try
I
to
said,
marry-
the only thing I'd like to know is whether it's monthly or 3 months. And if it is every 3 months,
If you'd like, your next meeting, you want me to have Justin just show up at your water
Yeah.
board meeting,
and then that way,
then you
If-
can
if-
ask him
if
all
a
the
person
questions.
wants to pay every month, is that fine with them too? You know, going down
Yeah.
and paying the bill.
I'm thinking they're willing to work with us on
Yeah.
that. But, So I'll have,
Yeah.
I'll have a,
That was one of Chucky's
write it down.
I'm still unclear on one thing. Everybody keeps saying something about handing it over to Cleves. Are they ever gonna be doing the maintenance stuff over here? Or is that gonna be on us?
Well, as far as you mean,
Not for
the
2
I mean,
years.
what it all,
water,
for 2 years, we're doing our own maintenance.
Yeah.
From whatever
That's
money
what the
they get back
contract-
to us from their bulk
Well,
water
it's
rates.
in the contract, if you look at the water contract, that they're gonna use their guys in-house, so it doesn't cost us a fortune.
But they're gonna charge us for it.
Right.
Well, that's what it's in there, it tells
Right.
you the cost and
Yeah.
everything.
they're gonna fix the leaks
Or assist us.
and,
Assist us.
Assist us.
but
For a
Right.
fee.
for a fee,
Right.
they have their rates, what they charge an hour. Instead of saying like, they come to fix the leak, all that's $7,000. And then they have each, individual, their rate, operator and whatnot, laborer. So if they do it in-house, it might only be, say, $2,000 instead of them giving you a flat rate.
Well, that seems a little more
Yeah.
logical.
It seems
Instead of
more
calling the
reasonable,
contractor.
honestly.
Yeah, that's all in the but they also have rates for off
The
hours.
thing is,
too.
I'm hearing stuff coming up that I didn't see in the contract, and then there's stuff in the contract that I'm not seeing anybody, say anything about on this side of the fence, so I get a little confused, sorry.
And supposedly, at least it said that, they were gonna put the meters in part of the bid, so that.
Yes, they did decide that actually the cost of meters got thrown in with the
So the
whole
residents will not
project
have
for
to
that
pay for the
EPA
meter.
forgivable grant loan. They throwed it right all in with it.
And then we're gonna get the old meters. and-
So we can snuff that off the street.
Yeah,
Yeah.
then we're gonna get the old
It
meters.
was work in progress. It's like,
And,
yeah, we had to buy them and then work on getting them funded.
Yeah, I think, didn't you, Lisa, you say somebody is interested in buying the old meters from us?
It's possible,
Yeah.
like a reseller or
Right.
something to look into, so that way the money comes back to the village.
Right, coming back
So
down.
either way. it'll
Worst
come
case
back.
scenario, we can probably scrap them for a fair amount of money too.
That's kind of, yeah.
And if we can't get anybody to buy them for a little bit more than we get for scrap.
Yeah. See, I'm not sure how that works, so
Yeah,
that's still work in progress as well. All right, we need to move on now to, park update discussion is the last thing on our agenda.
you want this one?
Yeah.
If you guys wanna stay for that,
No. However, I would like to thank council for giving us our temporary water clerk. She has done a yeoman's job. I was really impressed with her.
I concur.
Saved a
Thank
lot
you.
of money too, didn't it?
Yeah,
And headache.
she'd like to thank the council for appointing somebody.
oh my gosh, yeah, that's why I was like, we are, I love the
You
guy,
can't
you
even
know, I
say
feel
it.
bad, but I'm like, even if he wasn't here, hey,
I'm going for it.
we gotta have tonight, I don't know, gotta get that done.
Enough's enough.
Enjoy
Still
one
not-
another
still
couple
not done.
months.
I
Well,
know,
folks, it's been real. Thank you all very much.
thank you for being here.
I appreciate it.
Yeah. Y'all have a good rest of the
Oh,
day.
okay.
Is that
I'll
somebody's
hand out-
bag?
Ray, is that yours? Ray.
He's
Right.
coming back.
Well, you had everybody pointing at you.
And he wasn't paying attention to us.
Come on, Dan, let me walk you out.
Thank you, guys, have a good evening. All right, you're in park update discussion.
Thank you, Mayor. Just very quickly, on the 17, on the $9,000 that we have to spend, that,
We ain't got the tap fee now. We ain't got the tap fee now.
don't have the tap fee. Well, guess what? We still gotta pay the guy. I
Still
thought
gotta
about
pay
that
the
too.
guy
I thought
to
we
do it.
gained $8,000, but we still have to pay the contractor who's gonna hot tap it for us. So don't know what that'll be, but Mike kind of brought that to my attention too, that we have to pay the guy, whoever it is, that hot taps that. We have some time to work, on that, more so than the new grant, I did a little research today that makes a little sense to me. You all have seen what we've gone through before, sort of kind of figuring out what we can do. Well, I just want to run this by council. Ben said we all had a few things that we really wanted to get done, thought would be good with the 9,000, and we couldn't afford any of that because, but now with the $10,000 grant, instead of maybe looking for a huge project, we can do some of the things that, that were suggested to us, like, with the motion play equipment, that square, which was gonna run $10,000 or so with the motion type thing that Pam had suggested. We can afford to do that out of the new grant. The splash pad, we can afford to have a contractor come in and do that. I think Ed said that would be around.
I had a question on the splash pad. Who is gonna be?
Oh, not the splash pad, I'm sorry. A skate park pad.
Oh, okay.
Wrong thing.
All right.
Yeah,
Wrong
thank
pad.
you.
I was gonna say, who's
Wrong
gonna do
pad,
the
thank
maintenance
you.
on that? And
Yeah.
the upkeep?
Yeah, the skate pad. I think he had told us that would come in somewhere around $10,000 if we do it outside, and I certainly think that any of the stuff we do, we should do it because we have the money to do it. Kathy had talked about safety surface, and it was quite expensive. We can get.
Well, hey, just to let you know, she found some today on Marketplace, and it was free, you just gotta come and get it.
Wait
It's
for an
that
answer.
rubber mulch.
Sure is.
We're not looking for, well, I mean, I was just kind of going with what Kathy had said, that the safety surface, if we can afford the safety surface, that's our best.
I think the rubber mulch though won't mildew like this mulch is mildewing over there.
Yeah,
You
I think
just don't know.
we're thinking of over by the swing replacing.
Yeah.
And if we get enough for that,
Oh, that's what we're
Fair.
talking about, but you still sort of run into the same problem of it being kicked out and raking and all that. If we have the money, if we've got the money to put in the surface, I'm sure you've all seen those.
It's like
surfaces.
Fern Bank,
yeah.
like Fern Bank in
Yeah.
Delhi Park.
Yeah, yeah, I mean,
So
we
is
have
this-
money to do that.
Is this out of the 100,000 grant?
Yes, yes.
Where
How
are
are we
we
gonna get our money? Do we
to get it
determine that
started?
yet?
How are we gonna
Or
get?
is a contractor gonna get paid from them, or they're gonna submit their bill
I
to
will,
them? Or?
yeah, I can look at all of that, but I need to know what we're gonna do.
Yeah, the thing
That's
is,
the
I
thing
don't
that's
think we
holding us
even,
up, putting it back, moving it forward.
we
We're not
don't
gonna
even have
spend
the
a
money
dime
to start
until
anything,
such
that's
time.
just it.
Say, I'm sorry,
We don't have the money to start anything right now.
well, that's what her question was.
Yeah.
And that is one of the things that we'll do. We have to identify what we're gonna do. I can't talk to anybody about how we can pay them until we know what we wanna do, and that's what's holding it moving forward, is knowing what we want to do. And we have, money, so we can talk about what we want to do. That particular thing, which makes that a beautiful surface, it has fall rating, it's rated, that can be anywhere from $30,000 to $40,000. We got the money, we need to spend it. I think that's a wise expense, personally.
Yeah,
Kathy, think it's a
I
wise
understand that, I'm
expense.
just saying, we don't have the money in the budget to pay it up front, is what I'm saying. Right, Margaret Ann, we don't have that extra money?
No, understand what I'm saying. Just understand what I'm saying. I can't work that, how we do that, until we present to them, this is what we're gonna do with $100,000.
Well, I understand that, I'm just wondering where, when you present that and if they approve it, where we're gonna get the $40,000, cause we don't have it in budget.
What, 30, 40,000?
For like the pad for the playground. If you have to pay that up front, say you give them that and they approve it,
Mm-hmm.
where are you gonna get the $30,000 to start that job?
Then we can start to negotiate with the contractors and talk to them
And if
about.
if they don't wanna do
Well,
it, then,
if they don't wanna do it and council says, no, we're not gonna do it, then that's where we are.
okay.
That's just that simple. But we do let me be very clear. We need to figure out what we want to spend the money on and move it to that spot.
So right,
So we're just putting together a plan.
Like
to
a wish
present to them.
list.
Yes.
It's not a.
Like a wish
not
list?
a- Yeah, we can.
Okay.
Oh,
we
it
can
is,
adjust.
it is what you wanna do. We
What
have
you want.
we have the grant approved. It's just a matter of doing the paperwork and saying, this is what we're gonna do.
so Dan, I wanna be clear on what we have outstanding right now that we haven't
Finished.
even finished yet. Do we have
Right.
the 9,000, is that plan ready to be spent?
But yeah, that's what we're talking about. But I'm telling you, that we have time on. This
No, till
is
June.
expedient.
Isn't it June only have till?
Yeah.
It's June, but yeah, we have that whole list of getting that work done.
Okay, so that money, 9,000
But we
is
still need
spent.
the $9,000 to spend. But this is more expedient to get this in at this time.
Right.
This
but-
is
So what are we
submitting to
spending the
them.
9,000?
Yeah,
I just wanted to
we
make
wanna
sure.
do this part, we wanna do this part, this amount of
Right.
money, this is how the breakdown's gonna
Sure.
be, is what
Exactly.
you're asking to
That's all
set.
I'm asking. Thank you.
So
That's
the,
all I'm
so the
saying.
9,000's already, you got the plan for that and you're ready to go, you just need the
No,
money?
we still need to work with that. We got more money we have to do with. But we still need to
different
work
grants.
Yeah,
with that
I
9,000.
understand that.
There's two
Yeah.
different grants.
I'm,
There's no
I
plan
just
to
wanna
spend
get us
the
paid
9,000.
from the first grant,
Mhm.
and I understand you need a plan for the 100,000
Mhm.
grant. I understand what you're saying.
Mhm.
But we
It's
need
just
to
that-
take care of the
Yeah,
9,000
or
too.
do we
No.
have all the plans done for the 9,000?
I've asked council many times what they want to do with that 9,000. I got date after date after date where I've extended it to you, what you might want to do with it, but,
So
and
that ain't-
we got a week or two to do that.
Well, yeah, but we're not gonna be sitting here till the next meeting.
Well, if you want to start there, let's start there. What would you like to do with the 9,000?
I'm confused, is the 9,000 coming from a $10,000 grant?
From the
No.
grant before.
From the
From the
original
original
ODNR grant?
Oh, that's from the original, so. we're
Yeah,
at
the
library.
9,000 is,
Yeah, the
yeah.
I thought you had a
You
list
said
for
something
that,
about
right?
10,000, and I thought, did we get something I didn't
Oh,
know
no,
about?
no,
No,
that
I think you
list
meant
was
to
for
say
the
$100,000.
$100,000.
Now,
Yeah.
is that something that can pay for the finishing off of that water, the cost for those?
I talked to Mike, he says he already has the money he needs to at least finish that water line, and all the expenditures for the water line have been laid out. And we
I was
still
just
have.
curious if that was part of that, or that's already been taken out
But
of
he's
your
not come
equation.
to me to talk to me about any of that.
I have
What do you
asked
mean,
Margaret,
he has?
I have asked Mike on occasion, and I asked in this meeting if you and Mike were communicating to get the other money back into our treasury.
I'm doing that
Yeah, okay.
with what I know, but Mike's
Right.
not come to me and said, you know,
Well, he
here
hasn't bought
from this
anything.
9 that we need to do. I've not given him any purchase orders
He
towards
hasn't
that.
asked,
No.
he hasn't
What-
asked for any.
What I've given him for is the stuff that's been done over there.
Mhm.
He hasn't
that
asked for any.
I'm, working on, like I have, I have the invoice and I have to go in and print the canceled
Sure.
checks and that off
Yeah,
to make up, cause I'm working on the whole, from the 17,000 they didn't pay us
mhm.
forward, so we can get that all submitted to them, so we can get the money,
Let me
how
make
we
sure I
send.
heard you right.
Well,
The 17,000
well,
they didn't pay you?
Wait a minute, remember
Oh.
when we sent the first thing in,
Yes.
and it was like 79,000, they only gave us the 59, so I guess it's what, 10,000, 20,000?
I'm
Mhm.
sorry.
That amount is what they owe us from the first
Resort
time.
aging.
Then I have to add all the other little things to it that we've done over there.
They did not send you a check for the original amount
No,
that
I
they sent you?
reported that.
Yeah,
When we
she
did it,
reported
I
that to
said
us.
that they only gave us a percentage of it, that Dee said no, that we could only get so much of it.
59.
Yeah, 59.
We
is
got
what
the
they told us.
59
Yeah,
out
okay,
of
yeah,
79.
that's, we
So,
were
and then
at
she
that
said we
point.
had to finish it before they would release the rest of it to us.
Now, see,
That's what I'm trying to accomplish, to get everything done, to get to them, so we
Sure.
can get that other money, cause we need it
oh, yeah.
to,
Oh, yeah,
even
I
if
thought
it's
you had
towards this
already
project. No, Dan, they
Received that.
haven't.
Well, see, that's a miscommunication that I wasn't aware of that.
Yeah.
I thought we
She-
already had
Yeah,
that,
she
so.
mentioned it a couple times at the
Yeah.
meetings about it.
Yeah, and I sent this up 1,000 times, you know, that here's where we are, here's
Yeah,
where we
well,
are.
I mean,
So-
you know, like I said, Mike's not, you know, what I have gave Mike so far is stuff that they did over there, like when the weather was nice.
Sure,
You know, when they dug down all that stuff. Where we
Exactly.
rented the big tool where they drenched it out or whatever they did.
Trencher.
Those kind of things.
mhm.
But as far as the other stuff, he's not come to me and said, you know, I need this, this, and this, unless it's part of it that's,
Well-
he got that is there that I'm not realizing that that was part of what he was using for up there.
And I talked to him and asked him about communication.
Well, I'll get with him and I'll make sure,
Yeah, I
cause,
think that's.
you know, I
what,
wanna try to get every penny back we need.
Well, absolutely,
So
my
Dan,
goodness.
what's on the $9,000, on the chart that we could spend? That's,
To finish that grant, yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm asking
Yeah.
about.
so what's left?
What do
I
you
mean-
recommend?
Yeah,
What do
what's
you
Oh,
left?
what
recommend?
do I recommend?
Well,
Oh,
yeah.
I kinda leave
Well,
that
I
to
mean,
you
a lot,
guys.
a lot of things are way more than that. We know that we couldn't do
No, you
that.
were saying
Right.
something about the skate park, if we can get that pad put in
Pad
there.
in,
Well,
we
that-
talked about the pad.
The pad I've got coming out of the new money, but
Okay, so
completely
That's
done.
different, right.
Yeah,
that's different, yeah. And I know the mayor was checking on some
Checking on it, see
things
if we
too.
get it.
Yeah, well, since Cincinnati, I looked at the news, they started already, I think. First, skate park in Cincinnati opened up, and that group is the one that works with them, so they're gonna be busy for a little while.
oh, okay.
Yeah, it was
Oh,
actually
yeah,
on the
yeah,
news
yeah,
and
yeah,
everything, it's
that-
like,
that was-
congratulations, Cincinnati's getting their first big skate park.
Right,
So that's the people I was talking to.
oh, wow.
They didn't know if they were actually gonna break ground this year, I guess,
Yeah.
or not.
So, okay, again, that's sort of great if that happens, you know, we could,
Just don't count on it right now.
but that's what we need to make a decision, or will we go ahead with what we are? Are you willing to wait, a few weeks or a month, cause we gotta get it in, get the contractor? Cause that has to be shaped a certain way, and am I correct with that, Mayor, what you're getting at? It's not a prefab.
Well, you mean the pad itself?
Yeah, it has
Like,
to.
if they were gonna do it, they would know how to get the forms done. That's like a DI, they were gonna work it themselves.
Right, yeah.
But depending
Oh,
upon
yeah.
their availability, now that they've gotten their project
Mhm.
on the way in Cincinnati, it's gonna be, I don't know if they're really gonna get with us, but as far as like what we need to put down, I mean, we can go ahead and start with the smaller version just to fit the stuff we have.
Right.
Okay.
And that's something, I don't know, you know, we should be able to, cause I know we've already got a place to take the dirt. It's just a matter of when he can get to pulling it up and
That's
then
what I was gonna ask too,
setting
because I
up the
forgot
forms
about
and
the
having the
dirt.
truck come in, and we can do a pad like that ourselves. We shouldn't have to
Yeah,
contract
just a
with it.
flat pad.
Will $9,000 cover that?
Oh, and now see, I don't know, just the
Yeah.
concrete itself.
If we form it up ourselves.
That's why
That's
I
why
had,
Yeah.
well, see,
I don't
Because I think
know.
as
if we take
form
it out of the new
ourselves-
money, we have a lot of money to do whatever needs to be done.
But
If
we,
you-
We need to
But we
spend
need
this 9,000.
trying to finish the other
Yeah.
one, then we'll prioritize what.
Well,
Or does that
no,
9,000
no,
cover
no,
that
no.
merry-go-round?
We're
you said
well
this was
in the
expensive.
moving,
Oh,
the,
dang, okay.
with the 9,000.
We can't get our money back though.
We can't get our money back unless we're finished.
Well, we can do it all, gang. I mean, we got a plan. We have to plan. I'm
Man.
sorry, Ann, Ms. Bill.
So Margaret is saying that Dee is telling her that we can't get any money until the project is finished.
Exactly.
That's what she first told me, yes.
Mm-hmm.
So we're
When
not
are you
gonna get
gonna-
any money before the end of June because that's when the contract's up, at the end of June, right?
June 30th is when we have to have everything
What,
done
the
and submitted to
ODNR,
her.
is that the one we're talking about?
ODNR, yes.
So that has to be finished before the end of June to
The
get
deadline
our
is-
money
But we
back.
still have to plan.
Yeah.
I mean, we can do both. I mean,
What
I
is-
think,
is there
I think we can walk and
this
chew
four
gum.
square now? Can that remember that
Well,
number?
four square, all it's gonna take is a block of
Well, I mean,
concrete.
I
So
don't
that's
know.
also a
I mean,
block
I'll
of
just ask.
concrete.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so
So
it's
it's-
not $9,000 by any means.
But is there other things that could,
That's what I'm
the
saying,
little
the
things?
concrete for the pad for the mini version of
For the
the
skate park.
skate park and the four square.
How about a
If
new
we can-
bench for that one they broke?
Yeah, some benches.
Yeah.
That
Somebody
swing
broke
That
bench.
swing bench, that
Oh,
blue
isn't it
one,
repaired?
no, it's
No,
broke.
it broke again, remember? They took it out of there.
It's just, unless
It's
you,
over there.
it
There's
is.
two of them.
Yeah,
There's two of
two
them,
of 'em.
one of them's broke.
No, one of them they
No.
took is,
Did they
They're
take
both
it back
over
over
there.
and
did
hang
they
out?
fix it? It wasn't there the other day.
Yeah.
Put a
It
plate
was
over
there
it.
Oh, I guess they
yesterday.
didn't bust it
Together.
again.
It was
Okay.
there today, as a matter of fact,
Oh,
I was in the
okay.
park today.
Okay,
Wasn't
Yeah.
there,
Put a plate
last
over it
Tuesday it
and
wasn't
then
there.
just bolted
Yeah,
it together.
absolutely.
They must have fixed
I
it.
was thinking they didn't get that wire back together, I
They,
guess
they did, and
Okay.
it's back up.
That's my
and-
bad.
and running.
Well,
Calm
and
down.
I know it
My
called
bad.
it something, a couple benches by the basketball court, I know there's
Yeah,
what?
that's
Five or
that's
six.
all in the paperwork that I gave you, that,
That's the new grant.
17
No.
that's accounted for in the 17,000, that's all accounted for.
Yeah.
Above that 9,000, their bench, 4 benches,
Mhm.
it's in there.
Yeah, in the 17,000, nothing's in the 9,000 yet.
Well, that's
gotta
what I
figure
said, it's
something for the
above,
9,000.
Yeah.
in the list above the 9,000,
Mhm.
before you get down, subtract
Mhm.
and have 9,000 left.
How many yards think?
So the 9,000 is the original,
The
Yes.
9,000
first
original.
Mhm.
DNR.
That's what we
Mhm.
need to get, so,
Okay.
So
then
then
Margret
that
will
spent
have
so
all
we
the
can get our money
receipts.
back.
to send in and get our money back, and then we
Well,
still
we-
gotta plan the next one.
We still have to have the time to work in the 17,000 to do the work. We've already established what we're gonna, that we have that and established what we're gonna do with those funds. But we, I spoke with Mike today.
So the
and I said, we got-
17,000, now I'm getting confused. So you
There's
Well,
got
a
see if
list.
you
They
have,
submitted
uh,
the list.
No
I don't have
DNR.
mine.
Ah.
I didn't bring I emptied my bag.
Oh,
That's all right, I'm just trying for mental notes here.
But if you look on the website, all our minutes are on the website, so it would be there.
Okay,
mhm.
You got your copy?
So,
sorry.
No, that's okay. I'm done. You can quickly look it up.
Print out.
Yeah.
let me see.
Thrown
Or
everything
we
in here,
could-
too.
Just turn it in what we've got done and get reimbursed for that, and some of it's gonna go back if we don't finish
Well,
it by June.
I
don't wanna
can
do that.
try to do that, but she,
I understand.
you know, she told me the one time when I sent the original in over 2 years ago, that, cause Lisa and I put it.
This was the
signed it,
remainder
I
of
sent
that.
it in, and-
Yeah, but if we don't have the receipts and haven't done the work, then we can't turn it in by the June deadline. That's the bottom line, or the time to do the work.
Well, the bottom line is that, as I spoke with Mike today, and I was aware, I mean, we all know, it's summertime now, and, they're not gonna be able to,
Be there.
maybe not get all the work done, but, let's see, I've given this to you, I have a copy I can give to the mayor, so she can kinda understand, cause this has been drifting around for a minute, like.
They've got their phone, they can go to the website, it's listed on.
But
the
unless
website.
you are, it's the top one. Could you pass that to the mayor, please?
Awesome, thank you.
So, that's a list of stuff we just have to
okay.
purchase
Now I
and,
remember looking at that.
okay, all right, good, we're on the same page. So, okay, okay. That stuff we can get done now, as we've gone through this several times. The tap fee goes from 8,000 to whatever the contractor says
Right,
it's gonna
whatever
cost us.
contractor
And,
charges.
Al, just give me, I'm gonna bounce this off you. What do you think would be in our best interest to see what that contractor would cost to finish it?
That would be a good idea, that way we can figure out that amount of money versus how much more we'll have.
Yeah, and we'll provide him with all of the necessary fittings and see what it cost him to finish it at, and that would be out of the
Quick
way.
question, Dan, did, We Thrive Money pay for that, fountain, or does that need to also come out of?
That came out of here, and it's been turned into Margret.
Where on here is it?
The fountain, I took it off because
Yeah,
all that
that's
had
what I
been
was saying,
sent
he
to
probably
me.
took it off because it was already done.
Yeah, we had sent
Already paid.
the billing
This
for
is
that.
not done things.
Right, absolutely, And they're not big things, there are things that, that we can do very easily, the concrete pads, you know, put the netting around the upper part, it may not even cost that much, and, the valves and the benches, all those things are.
So the alternate and additional projects, so the play pad would be $6,000 is what's on here, the 25 by 25?
The play pad.
Yeah, it says 6,000.
It's on the new one,
It's on this one.
yeah. Let's see what, yeah, those are some suggestions, you know, yeah. But we have it broken down cost-wise on the other side, yeah. But they were all, if you remember when we talked about those three items, they were all too much out of the $9,000, so. We moved them to the other side.
I mean, the biggest part, we need to get the water in, so we know what the contractor's gonna charge us.
Yeah.
For like a real number,
Yeah,
and then get everything tied in, I mean, we can put dirt over and all that, it ain't no big deal, but.
Yeah, we could finish that, I mean, he's been doing the hell.
yeah.
It's just at the road.
Cause we gotta run it,
The rest of this money. And we'll get
Jackhammer
our
gotta
money
do
back.
there and knock them rocks out of there, remember?
Oh, yeah.
So
Oh, yeah.
if we don't
Rent
spend this
a jackhammer to do
9,000, we
that.
lose that money, what we've already spent out, right? We don't get
I
paid.
don't know if it works
No.
that way.
If you don't spend the $9,000,
You
you
get-
just
you don't-
lose the
you
$9,000.
lose it?
You're just gonna
Yeah.
lose it on that particular grant.
Oh, that, okay.
I mean, it kinda sounds like we're at that point where everything is cost too much.
It did on that, but
And
now
that's
we
what-
have,
Yeah.
now we
but
have the
That's a
money
separate
to
grant,
do
I'm
what
trying to
we
think of the first one.
yeah.
Can we throw
Oh,
some benches in there to use them
We
on
got
that?
benches
We
in.
got benches.
So I mean, more of them on there, or,
What we're gonna,
Okay.
Or some picnic tables that are not underneath the,
Cause they
The
do have
pavilion?
benches for
Like the
under
metal-
2,000.
yeah,
That's the
because
thing.
like,
Let
even
me
like at
tell you-
Shawnee Look, I
Let me
mean,
tell you what I just talked about and see if you agree or not agree, so we're not going around and around. We take that $9,000 and let the contractor finish the water thing and get it done.
Well, what's wrong with that?
Well, that would complete the water thing to get the
Yeah.
money
Right,
back
and
on the
they could-
grant.
and
we
can
could've
get
done
paid
that
from
before
That would
winter
complete
hit.
it.
yeah, we could have done
Yeah.
that before winter hit.
Well, that would resolve what you
If
got to
that
with the
works,
9,000 and you would
I'll
complete the
I'll have
water
to check
problem.
with, Mike, he's supposed to talk to whoever was gonna do the hot tap. And see,
Just pay them then and get
see,
it, that
yeah,
would finish
just
that
use
off.
the 9,000 and pay them,
That
if,
sounds good to me.
if that'll work. If that'll
If
work.
that's all it costs, yeah, an extra
Mhm.
9,000.
well, I'll make a motion that we move see if the contractor can complete the water over there. Within the $9,000,
Yeah.
approximately.
Yeah,
What is it,
I'll second it.
$9,104?
Motion by Pam Jackson, second by Glick to finish up the water with that. Any discussions further on that? No discussion, we'll vote.
Dan Pillow,
Yay.
Mindy Auel,
Yay.
Kathy Byess,
Yay.
Ann Pillow,
Yay.
Al Glick,
Yeah.
Pam Jackson.
Yay. Yeah,
Okay.
100,000.
Yeah,
That
I
sounds
mean,
better.
this is-
Project.
We got an accomplishment
Don't
tonight,
we all,
wow.
don't we all?
I gotta be up at 5
Yeah, I
o'clock.
do too.
It's just the back and forth, it's like,
I'm glad to see everybody got on the same page with that.
yeah, I mean, yeah, but anyway,
Yeah, the $100,000, I mean,
I
if you
think
wanted to
that-
do a restroom in there and concession areas.
now, you
That
were
would
gonna
take up
check
most
with
of
that,
that
Al, to see if that,
Yeah.
if we could do that. I talked to a guy today, he said you'd be hard pressed
Yeah.
to put that in for $100,000.
Yeah,
I have a
talked to
question
the guy
about
today, he
that.
said
Yes.
Is who's gonna keep the maintenance up since we only have one full-time maintenance and one part-time? Is it gonna be locked up at night so people are not vandalizing it?
You mean it's a house for the homeless?
Or a house for the
Yeah.
homeless?
or hide behind.
Yeah,
I mean, only way you could do that is, like if someone rented a pavilion, let them, you know what I mean, know.
Have it unlocked during
Have it
that time.
unlocked during.
yeah. But
their
it won't be
time there in the
unlocked all the
pavilion.
time.
Right.
Cause if it is, those
We don't
kids
have
are
no
gonna go
park
in there and they're gonna
rangers.
vandalize the heck out of it.
Well,
We're
they're
the park
still doing it
rangers.
with the pot.
Yeah, that-
Yeah, cause we
They
don't
still
have
do toilet
park
paper and
rangers.
Yeah, I mean, they
everything.
dump it, you see
Yeah.
what they do with the porta potty.
Right.
They've been good since the whole camera and
well, now.
license.
Yeah.
Right.
Exactly.
But if they're inside and they can't be seen, cause you can't put cameras inside, you can't put cameras inside of those.
No,
Yeah,
nor
I mean,
would I
you can
want
put it on
to.
the
Nor would I want to, cause who knows what we would see.
So even then, you'd have to,
I've seen some baby making days.
everybody came out, you'd have to interrogate.
I'm sure.
That would be, I mean, that would take the bulk of your money at 100,000.
I mean, if that's what the priority is,
I
if we
don't-
can get it done by
yeah,
that.
I don't, yeah, if that's what your priority is, and that's gonna be a council decision, but that's gonna from what I understand, it's gonna cost significantly to put in a two-bay restaurant concession stand. What we're trying to build in that particular area, what's on the drawing plan.
So when will the concession stands be open? When we're having stuff in the park
Or somebody rents it,
or somebody rents it?
Yeah,
it would have to stay locked, there's no way.
It would have to stay locked. Everything would have to stay locked.
oh, absolutely, yeah. And, but that, I mean, like I say, I'm not
Yeah, that-
hard.
Skate park, I mean, you gotta think about the big things that you wanna do over there. I mean, that way a contractor can come in and say, hey, man, you know, this is what it's gonna cost you, say it's
And do we have the money to do
$80,000 to
it?
dig us up and make a bowl and your ramp
Well, yeah,
and all
'cause
that stuff.
The
That's
price I
kind of-
just gave you was only for
Concrete.
our original thing is put the slab in and use the
Pay it.
equipment.
Equipment.
I think
Yeah,
honestly,
the stuff that they give us.
here's my thoughts on it.
Please,
Because we don't have a lot of equipment, okay? It's a small footprint technically for what we have.
Mhm.
So keep in mind and where, because I've been looking over there, keep in mind where we place it. Because if we get that help, they could just say add on to what is there.
Right,
Mhm.
Yeah,
And give
make
us-
it bigger.
Mhm.
Yes.
right.
So we need to keep in mind, don't just clear it out, stick it dead in the middle there where
Yeah.
it's like, okay,
Well,
we've done and ruined our space.
I've
So
done
I've
the
been looking at
measurements.
it with
Mhm.
that, you know, with what we have and where I think would be the best place to put it.
I've kind of
give
marked
us-
some spots over there. The 40 by 60 footprint that, I think Al said is what they had in, or Mike told me that's what they had in Cleves. I didn't think it was that big.
I didn't
40 by 60.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
40 by
yeah.
60.
That was the whole
It
parking
probably
lot.
was,
That takes
that whole corner.
I mean,
considerable amount. It takes almost all of that area.
we could
Put the
probably make it
playground
a
in one area,
little
you saying,
smaller.
Mayor? Put the playground, not the playground, the skate equipment in some area.
Yeah, I'll have to look at that again because they have their stuff like really spaced out, so,
Mhm.
yeah.
Yeah, for what we
Because I
have.
took pictures and all that stuff as well, because I've been working with that group to try and get them. I wanted to get them to say, okay, this is how your placement should be. This is what you should. I mean, this is coming from skaters,
Mhm.
Right.
so I wanted to know from them. Okay, so if we have said equipment and we have this, here's what we can do. Show us how
and
that
this
should be
is-
laid out.
Yeah, and this is what you need to do. I'm gonna give you the layout of how to
Right.
do it.
So
This
he
much
definitely
area.
said he'd work with me on that part, so, at least that, but congratulations Cincinnati for your new big skate
Where
park.
they putting it at?
I forget what the location is. If you look up Cincinnati, skate, it's the only
I'm
big.
sure it's more than $100,000.
Oh,
I bet
yeah.
it is.
Oh, yeah.
That railroad money they got.
No doubt in my
It's a
mind.
big one.
We can,
We can't compete with that.
That way.
No, but I'm a little bit
They'll
in.
probably have tournaments and everything there.
Well,
Oh, I don't know.
what's the priority? Trying to get the concession stand or the,
well, we really need
Yeah.
to get some pricing on that.
Right.
So we have an idea
that or
what
the
it'll
skate
cost us to put that in, the restrooms and the concession stands, and,
Whether or not you want the movable toy, the merry-go-round or whatever.
oh yeah, motion play equipment,
Yeah.
yeah. I mean, those are the things we have to look at.
Has anybody been to the park, the one that, I know it's not new, but it's pretty new, out on East Miami by the firehouse?
Oh, that's sharp.
That
That's
is
nice.
so, I was just there
That
Saturday.
is sharp.
What
For
do
a
they
small
have there
space,
that,
that's
that
just-
we
it's a
don't
play-
have, that we might?
I should show you some pictures. They got little mounds that
Well,
look like.
that's why we're here, to try to figure out, yeah, we got money, we just need to know how to spend
Okay,
it.
got-
I knew it was
yeah.
Washington, but I wasn't.
I mean, we have other ideas than that, but I mean, they have mounds like it looks like it's got, turf on them. The kids
Oh,
love
yeah,
that.
oh,
They're
my
running
God,
on top
yeah.
of them.
Yeah.
I
They have
talked
them
about
all-
that
like
before
it.
we started getting rid of the hill,
Well,
was
these
turned
were-
from that, yeah.
Not that big of a
There's a
hill.
picture of it.
Not that big of a hill.
Mhm.
They're
That's gonna
little
be
like
sweet.
small hills
That's
that
the
look
look
like
Yeah.
Daddy's
a lily
kid.
pad with a
Kids
nice
love
dome or something.
Behind, it's up in Campbell.
Yeah.
And then everything was the spongy,
Yeah, that is nice.
you know, where
Safety
they don't get
mat
hurt, the
stuff.
safety pads.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can't you get prices on stuff and bring them back?
So,
Yeah, we could.
So that's the thing, it's just not knowing what this stuff costs to figure out what the priority is, cause I mean, I think we're dreaming right
That's,
now.
yeah, we just don't know all the cost of everything. If we knew the cost of each one of them,
well,
That's
yeah,
where
I've
we could
researched
come
the
back
thing,
and,
the
like-
three that I brought to you, and, we talked about the restroom, but I guess we didn't get wasn't able to get a hold of anybody to kinda give us a cost on that. I don't know, you had somebody in mind, Al, didn't you?
yeah,
Was gonna give you an estimate?
yeah, he hasn't gotten back to me yet
Yeah,
anyway, so.
Okay, okay.
Well,
So-
everybody do some research and we'll
Bring your
reconvene.
ideals back next meeting?
Say again?
And there'll be another one.
I,
Research, pricing.
we may have to, I'm gonna have to call them people because they need this information to get this in motion, and we need to get it in motion, so. If we wanna do some more research, we'll probably have to get together again and say, yeah,
Next week?
We meet next week.
oh, we meet next week?
We meet
Oh, that's
No,
right.
the
this is a
following-
That's why we
special
said the
meeting.
next meeting.
It's a special meeting.
Doesn't feel like it,
The
does it?
following,
Yeah.
we meet the 6th of
I think we
April.
can,
So we meet the 6th.
yeah, I think
That's
we
2
can do them, but we really need to come in and be ready
We
to.
need some prices. I mean, we really need to know the,
Well, what do you
figures.
want, and then we can price it.
well, like we just talked about the skate park and we talked about the
The restroom.
concession stand.
Okay,
What's it cost to do those?
Yeah.
yeah, absolutely, yeah,
They have to
and
be
that,
together, maybe.
that's
Well, I have
great.
to- There's no way $100,000 gonna pay for those two things.
No.
What's
I mean, I'm not no engineer, but I know
What's that?
that's not
thing?
gonna work. The concession stand and the,
Concession
Skate
stand
park.
bathroom,
There's no
that'll
way.
rip
And the
out
skate
the
park-
That'll rip out.
it's gonna be more than
$100,000 right then and there.
$100,000. We can't do both of them out of the 100,000.
No, but
No.
yeah, once we get that, I'll get with Al and we'll talk
Bathrooms,
about
yeah.
the
We'll tear it
cost.
up. We'll tear it
If
up.
we get that cost,
Right.
that's important.
I feel like that makes your
and,
mind up when you
yeah.
know how much.
and to try to think, as Kathy had sort of mentioned a bit, you know, security, how much it's gonna
Cleaning
be, used, you know.
I mean, there's a good placement for the camera already, it's gonna be right on it, it's not some
Yeah,
space.
you
you're
just can't
putting
put it
next
on
to
the inside
shelter,
where
is
they're
that
gonna
where it's
be
going?
at.
Right, absolutely,
Oh, yeah, that one's right on it.
yeah,
Button up to the shelter.
okay. Well, then I will work, and if you come up with something you want me to research, just send me a text, send me an email. Say, hey, I like this in this park or that park, and I'll do the research. I do it, it doesn't bother me, that's what I'm here for.
I sent you a picture, Pam, of the one in Cincinnati.
I was like, where's my phone?
It's in Camp Washington.
Like a
With-
skate park.
Are we all agreeing on where we are right now?
Yes.
And while we were looking and we can't afford something, keep in mind the motion toy or whatever.
Merry-go-round,
Yeah. Like
Motion,
backup.
Yeah.
playground
Yeah,
equipment,
or something that's left over
That would
after
be-
one of the projects or something.
I make a motion, we adjourn.
second?
Dang. Motion to adjourn by Kathy, seconded by
This is
Dan.
longer than a
Phillip.
regular meeting.
Discussion?
Dan Phillip,
No discussion?
Dan Phillip,
None. Yay.
Mindy Auel,
Yeah.
Kathy Byess,
Yay.
Ann Phillip, Glick,
Yay.
Sam Jackson.
Yeah.